terms of disengagement. Military level talks help avoid confrontation, but the China border remains a challenge. So they talks in the military level. They have avoided the fights or the conflicts between India and China. But that border between India and China still remains as a challenge. That India and China have agreed to stop spending more troops to frontline is a welcome step towards hitting pause on the rising tensions along the LAC. So the Indian government and the Chinese government have taken a decision. They are not sending any more troops to the front line in the LAC to fight, and that's a welcome step, and many people encourage it. LAC means line of actual control. Indeed, the genesis of tensions lies in the China's large-scale deployment of troops to forward areas in May, and subsequent multiple transgressions in the Galwan Valley, Pangong Lake, Gogra Hot Springs, and Respect Plains that have violated almost every core tenet of the four border agreements that have helped keep the peace since 1993. So the genesis of these conflicts, or the origin of these conflicts, um, is because of China. China has made some illegal actions, violating almost every important principle, which kept the peace for India until 1993. They have came into various areas to which they should not come. Examples are Galwan Valley, Pangong Lake, Gogra Hot Springs, and etc. This has forced India to match the Chinese deployment, leading to an extraordinary build-up on a scale that have not seen since 1962. So, because of the China, even if India didn't do anything, it would be a bit risky, because what if China suddenly deploys these troops into India? So it would be very dangerous, right? So what India did is it also sent some troops to the front line, so for safety. If China proceeds, then we can back them off. The new agreement of September 21 at the sixth round of Corps Commander talks since June will put a stop to this build-up. That is, if it is implemented sincerely. So they have planned some talks in six groups, and if these are implemented correctly, this issue may go. We may no more have this issue if this is implemented correctly. The joint press release said that the sides had agreed to strengthen communication on the ground, avoid misjudgments, and to refrain from unilaterally changing the situation on the ground, besides holding a next round at an early date, underlining that many issues remain unresolved. So, the talks which have happened until now, the outcome is that, or the result is that, and so far India and China have both agreed to their terms, and they said we will have no more fights and no more quarrels. But in the next talk, they will discuss about they will discuss about many problems which still remain unsolved. If this agreement can potentially help stem up the bleeding, as it were, it does not address most of India's fundamental concerns on the LAC. So even if this agreement solves the problems between India and China, one thing which it doesn't do is that India has some many other concerns about the LAC, and this agreement doesn't address those concerns in any way. Prior to the talks, Indian officials had highlighted the key points of their agenda as having China withdraw from all friction points, including Despang and Pongang Tso, and granting unhindered access to all the patrolling points PPs. China has blocked access to 10 PPs since May. So before these talks, which we discussed about, before these talks even took place, India had blocked some areas for China to come and take over. It has also blocked some PPs. PPs means patrolling points. Patrolling points means where patrolling points means where Indian soldiers usually patrol. It has also patrol means to keep guard or walk and keep guard. So India has blocked those type of areas for China to enter, and in return, even China has blocked 10 PPs for India. The joint press release makes no mention of restoration of the status quo ante of April, only referring to no unilateral changes around the ground station, which refers to the current status quo. So the talks which have happened until now, their outcome says that there is no restoration of the current of the status quo ante. Means current status quo ante means the current situation or the current political situation. So far there has been no restoration in the current political situation. It is true that one or two rounds of talks cannot be expected realistically to resolve a situation that is in many ways even more complex than the 1986 Sundaram-Chew standoff, and that took 6 years before the status quo was restored. So the current situation, it won't solve in just two talks. It will take more than six talks, because it is very complicated, that it is even so much complicated than a situation which happened before. It was it was the 1986 Samudrang Chew standoff, and for that to complete, it took 6 years. So we could imagine how long time could this issue take to be resolved. At the same time, a second joint public statement in as many weeks is a positive development in itself, showing both have the intent to stabilize the situation even if their motivations may be different. So now India and China, both of them are willing to control the situation or to stop this issue, but their motivation could be different. Means India, we could assume that India has done so because it doesn't want any tensions between any other countries in this time of pandemic. China could have another reason, or it could have the same reason. We just don't know it. For the Indian government, such a statement in the midst of a parliament session where it has faced questions over its handling of the LSC situation sends the message that China crisis is under control. So this argument became so big that it even reached the parliament. So during a parliament session, a question has been raised about the situation between the China and India, between the borders of China and India, and the current situation of LAC. And someone told that that situation is under control right now. For China, the motivations could be twofold: either a tactical pause that gives it time to prepare for further military maneuvers, as was the case in end August south of Pangong Lake, or a signal that Beijing wants to dial down tensions, albeit on its own terms and most likely without giving up territorial gains it has made since May. Um, we just talked about the Indian perspective. Why would India stabilize it? But when it comes to China, there may be two reasons. The first one is that it may be a tactical move by China. It may be a plan. It may be a part of the plan to stop for some time and then suddenly attack. Or the second reason is that currently even China, we could assume that currently even China doesn't want any tensions or any fights with other countries. But but even though it doesn't want fights, it is not willing to give away some of its places to the other countries. It's not willing to do anything. It's not willing to sacrifice anything, and also doesn't want any tensions. Whichever may be the case, the reality of Delhi is that the challenge along the LSE may be far from over. So it may be any case. China could have any reason in these two, or a reason out of these two. And India could have, and in a similar way, even India could have a different reason. whatever the reasons are, the one situation which is very clear is that this debate between China and India is not going to be over soon. It's going to take some time. It's going to take a long time. Thank you.